Good afternoon. You are watching the Quicksilver Pro, stop number 9 of the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour. We're into round 1, heat number 9, with Italo Ferreira leading the Rookie of the Year race in 2015. Ace Buchan, a former champ of the Quicksilver Pro. Combined total, Joe Trappell alongside 89-year-old champ Martin Potter. And Potts, looks like we're going to get a quick start to this one. Ace Buchan locking in on the backhand. Pulls in, ends up getting clamped on the takeoff, and he'll end up with a little warm-up ride.
You know, very dangerous conditions here at the moment because of the high tide situation. The barrels are not staying wide open. They're almost breathing, so they're wobbling and huffing and puffing, and what happens is if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, that a ton of water just comes down on your shoulders and literally flattens you on your board, and I think that's what happened to Alejo. Let's hope he's okay. It didn't look too good for the knee, but these guys are warriors.
If you just missed that, Alejo Muniz pulled into a closeout, was holding his knee, got out of the water, and now he'll be handled by our solid doctors on staff. Watching this. This is Ricardo Christie from New Zealand. Getting a couple of pumps, sets the rail, comes out clean, right into a bottom turn and a layback gouge off the top. Also a crazy one at the Fiji Pro. How'd you like this wave?
Yeah, beautiful little barrel there, nice and clean, in and out, and then finishes off with a beautiful jam right there. Ricardo's got to try and capitalize on that, Joe.
We saw Ricardo Christie kind of come out to a sleepy start at Snapper Rocks. It was pretty small conditions for a couple of his matchups. But then he bounced back. We threw into a slab called the Box in West Oz and kind of slowed down Toledo's run for a moment.
An international game, whereas before it was kind of dominated by Australia and America. That's changed.
Now setting up this peak is Ricardo Christie. He'll stall for the pit. Great line. It's going wide open. He gets shot out. There's another layback carve off the top. This time incomplete for the rookie, but he'll back up to 6.5. You see Ace Buchan looks, lets it go. Italo Ferreira is going to open up. Pulls in on the backhand. He looks to straighten out. He'll avoid the wrath of the closeout section. But after a serious wait for his opener, it's not going to be much. He still has the lead. Italo just counting a 183. Paddling into this one is Ricardo once again. This wall stretching out, a huge cavern to pack on the takeoff, and that end section's going to clamp on him and take him down.
So Ricardo not being able to manufacture an exit.
Now looking at Ace Buchan, former event champ, on the backhand, late hit over the roof of the tube. He'll come around the corner. Nice backside stab in the pocket. End section shuts it down.
His big wins have come on left-handers. It's sneaky good, that's for sure.
As we check out Italo Ferreira with a lot of speed. Now pulling in super deep. And that one's going to clamp down on Italo. So a couple smaller scores for Ferreira. Remember, he stayed very selective at the start. Pulled into a closeout. Had to straighten out towards the beach. And now another interesting ride.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, you've got to kind of, I mean, Italo was dying for the barrel on that wave there, but could he have manufactured a couple of big turns? I mean, he's got a dynamic backhand. You know, I think at some stage you've got to try and just sort of get score on the board. Obviously needing a 7.67, but just holding really small scores, a 183 and a 1. Ace Buchan a 4.33 for 2 backside maneuvers. So I think at some stage you've got to just go, you know what, there's no barrels out here. Let's get some turns on the board. Let's just get some points going. Get myself back in the heat.
Thinking about Italo Ferreira this year leading the Rookie of the Year charge. You think about key moments, and sometimes it's not just the surfing, but his ability not to be rattled by the big names of the sport. Taking out Kelly twice this season, speak their opinions in the venues that they were surfing. While we were away, looked like Ace Buchan got a little shootout out front.
How was that? That was a beautiful barrel there from Ace, followed by a beautiful wraparound cutback. So Ace Buchan finding some groove, deciding to sneak one of those very rare left-handers.
The former Quicksilver Pro champ turns in a 9.5.
Wow.
Got that wave during the break, and the replay was incredible. One judge went as high as 9.8. Just ripped the lead off Christie. Ricardo now needs a 7.34 to come back, and Italo now comboed with 9.50 to go.
You need a little bit of luck go your way.
Well, it seems like there's a little wave out front as we'll watch Ace Buchan look to back up the 9.5. Just with a ton of speed off the bottom, board shattering, but nowhere to put it. He'll kick out. So 8:40 remaining as that set continues to pour through. Now we'll watch Italo slow down for the pit. Looking for the exit. We've had a little bit of backwash in it and ends up taking him down. Well, Potts, we have a lot of situations on tour where you can make great comparisons as we get back to this one. Italo Ferreira knifing that first section. A little carve into the pocket. 2 turns so far into the inside. Jams it off the lip. Great flow and form. Jams it off the top, times the backwash, and now we'll just redirect on a challenging oncoming section. That'll take him down. Gets rid of a 1.83 there. Ultimately needed a 7.17. Remember, the 9.5 that we'll make the comparisons to is for a frontside tube from Buchan. Now deep on the next one is Ricardo Christie. Super deep as he packs another big closeout section.
Got to back him up. Let's have a look at Italo's wave here, Joe. Nice opening turn right there. Draws off the bottom. Beautiful speed, carving maneuvers from Italo. Jams it off the top again. So he's on his way to a good score here. Italo Ferreira, really solid, powerful young boy. And then just gets caught right there and gets smashed off. Scores dropping for it. And I tell you what, it has got him in the lead.
An 8.17 for Italo Ferreira. Buchan to second. Christie down to third. Remember, Ricardo started off with the lead with a 6.5. Ace got the 9.5, got into the lead. Now Ferreira getting a taste of that first place spot. Saw him with certain appearances at select junior series events. We knew he had a crazy air game, but the barrel knowledge has been impressing us all season. Coming off the bottom hard is Ace Buchan. Big frontside rip in the pocket. Nice carve under the lip. Coming to the inside again and draws out the carve into the pocket. Now Ace, foam climb, snap. This left just stretching out for days. He'll just get a quick jam into the pocket. Rips one off the top. Loving that forehand attack from Buchan. Throwing up the claim, trying to better a 4.33 there. 9.5 came to a barrel. Loves learning things when he's traveling. Scores coming in for Ace. Gets the lead and some. An 8.9 from the panel. Now Ferreira and Christie are comboed entering the final minute.
That was huge. Judges went all the way up into the 9s for that. 9.2 from 2 judges. And 9 and a couple of 8.5s. Here we go.
Pulling in on the backhand to answer back here. Italo Ferreira is going to get taken down to the bottom. Just charging a closeout section, knowing that he's running out of time. 9.5 opened up. This was that 8.9 again.
Yeah, beautiful opening turn right there. Came off the bottom, double pump again, a nice snap. Perfect timing there for Ace. And another one. So 3 big solid rail turns from Ace Buchan. Up and over the white water. Kind of got a little stuck right there, but then stuck with it. And then brought it through the inside. Jams it off the top. That felt good. A little bit of a claim right there from Ace. 8.90. That's huge. I think that's probably the highest score for maneuvers we've seen so far today.
What a great showcase of talent from Ace Buchan. 8.9. Number Italo's wave for turns, 8.17. Judges kind of letting everyone know you can get it done if you take a set wave like Ace. Great decision making. All about timing in the pocket to take a solid lead right at the end. You look at a 9.5 and an 8.9, and the former event champ with such a huge total out in front, he'll be moving straight into round 3.